The first light of dawn is my alarm clock, painting the sky in soft pinks and oranges. For a moment I forget where I am. Then I remember. A bungalow overlooking Bali's rice paddies. The air is warm, scented with earth and frangipani. This is my office. This is my life. Being a travel influencer isn't just a job, it's a passion that drives me to explore and share the world's beauty. My journey began with a dream, to see the world on my own terms, to break free from routine, and to collect memories, not things. I packed a bag, bought a one-way ticket, and never looked back. Every day became an adventure, every place a new chapter. This path has taught me about kindness, connection, and the magic of human experience. People see the photos and think it's a vacation, but it's also hard work, dedication, creativity, and patience. My job is to find magic in everyday moments and inspire you to live your own adventure. As I sit on my porch, I feel grateful for the sunrise, for this life, and for everyone who follows my journey. You are the reason I keep exploring and sharing. This isn't just my story, it's ours. A story of curiosity and wonder. Let's see what today's chapter holds. Visual sunrise over rice paddies, quick montage of travel moments, visual packing camera gear, sipping coffee, smiling at the camera, visual close-up of journal, writing plans for the day, visual stepping out onto the porch, ready to begin, visual fade out to next scene, end scene. My day starts before the world wakes up, anchored by a simple morning routine. A few minutes of meditation, just listening to birds and the distant rooster, clears my mind. Movement comes next, sometimes yoga, sometimes a brisk walk through the rice fields. The cool air, farmers at work, and the rhythm of my steps energize me for the day ahead. Breakfast is a bowl of tropical fruit, mango, papaya, dragon fruit, and strong Balinese coffee. Eating local fresh food keeps me fueled for long days of shooting and exploring. I spend a few moments journaling, dreaming up content ideas, reflecting on what I've learned. My journal is my trusted companion, holding my raw thoughts and plans. These rituals keep me grounded no matter where I am. Visual, pouring coffee, slicing fruit, writing in journal. Visual, walking through rice fields, stretching on a yoga mat. Visual, smiling at the camera, ready for the day. Visual, quick cut to camera gear being packed. Visual, map and content calendar on laptop. Visual, fade out to next scene, end scene. With mind and body ready, it's time to plan the day's content. I check my content calendar. Today's theme, the spirit of Bali. I want to capture more than just beaches, nature, culture, and spirituality. Research is key. I look for locations that tell a story, mixing iconic spots with hidden gems. Today's planned sunrise at Tegalalang Rice Terraces, a local temple and a bustling market. I map out the route, create a shot list, and plan outfits to match each location's vibe. Gear check: camera, lenses, drone, tripod, extra batteries, memory cards. Preparation is everything. Missing a shot because of a dead battery isn't an option. With a solid plan, I'm ready to create some magic. Visual laptop with maps, scribbling shot list, packing gear. Visual, outfits laid out, camera batteries charging. Visual, quick montage of planned locations. Visual, heading out the door, camera bag in hand. Visual, fade out to next scene, end scene. We reach Tegalalang Rice Terraces at golden hour. The light is perfect. I set up my tripod, searching for the best angle to capture the vast green steps. Creating content is a dance between me, the camera, and the environment. I walk the narrow paths, letting the camera follow, aiming for authenticity. I pose, interact with the landscape, and try to connect with the place. Unscripted moments, like a local farmer offering coconut water, are the heart of my stories. I ask for his photo, and we share a smile, even without words. Shooting isn't always easy. The sun gets hot, the gear is heavy, and crowds can be a challenge. Patience and creativity help me find the perfect shot, even when things don't go as planned. Embracing imperfections is part of the process. The hard work pays off when I capture that one magical image. Visual wide shot of terraces, close-up of farmer, candid moments. Visual adjusting camera, wiping sweat, laughing at a photobomb. Visual reviewing shots on camera, satisfied smile. Visual packing up gear, heading to next location. End scene. After hours at the rice terraces, we race against the changing light to our next stop. Tirta Empul, the holy water temple, As an influencer, I'm not just a tourist, and I'm here to work capturing the essence of each place respectfully. I change into a sarong, honoring local customs, and enter the serene temple grounds. Sometimes the best content comes from putting the camera down and simply observing. I use my phone for discreet shots, careful not to disturb worshippers. Respect for culture and place is essential. Being a good ambassador matters. The day is long and exhausting. Shooting under the hot sun drains my energy. This is the grind behind the glamour, a full-time job with real effort. We take a break at a local warung, recharging before the final shoot at the market. Passion and stamina are what keep me going. Visual scooter ride, temple entrance, tying sarong. Visual quiet moments in temple, respectful filming. Visual collapsing into a chair at the warung, sipping a cold drink. Visual quick meal laughter, prepping for the next shoot. Visual fade out to next scene, end scene 19. Our break at the warung is a chance to connect with local culture through food. The owner, Wayan, recommends nasi campur, a plate of rice with a variety of local dishes. As we eat, she shares stories about her family and cooking traditions. These conversations are the heart of travel, real insight into a place's soul. Trying new foods pushes me out of my comfort zone and opens my mind. Today's meal is a burst of flavors, spicy, sweet, savory, and sour. I snap a few photos and a short video of Wayan explaining the dishes. I want my followers to feel like they're here with me, sharing this experience. Travel is about more than landscapes. It's about engaging with the world through all your senses. Visual, colorful plate of food, Wayan smiling, laughter at the table. Visual close-up of hands sharing food, quick video clip. Visual journal entry about the meal. Visual fade out to next scene. End scene 15. As the sun sets, we return to the bungalow. Now the real work begins. I import hundreds of photos and videos, searching for the best moments. Editing is where the story comes alive. Selecting, enhancing, and weaving together the day's experiences. I use Lightroom and Premiere Pro to bring out the colors and emotions I felt. Each photo and video is crafted to transport viewers into the journey. The process is time-consuming, often stretching late into the night. But it's a labor of love. This is how my travel stories come to life. Visual laptop screen, fast cuts of editing, color grading, visual comparing before-after shots, satisfied nod, visual uploading content, writing captions, visual clock ticking, night falling outside, visual fade out to next scene, end scene. After hours of editing, it's time to share the story. I write captions that go beyond "here I am in Bali." I share what I learned and felt. Honesty and vulnerability help me connect with my audience. Sharing isn't just about likes, it's about building a community and inspiring curiosity. Messages from followers, stories of inspiration and courage mean everything to me. Of course, there's criticism too, but I focus on the positive impact. This journey is about more than travel. It's about personal growth and pushing boundaries. Every challenge makes me stronger. Every culture broadens my perspective. I'm not the same person I was when I started. Travel has changed me, and I hope my story inspires change in others. Visual typing captions, reading messages from followers. Visual smiling at supportive comments, reflecting quietly. Visual montage of travel moments, growth and connection. Visual fade out to next scene, end scene. As I hit publish, satisfaction washes over me. Another story shared. This life is a whirlwind of sunrises, shoots and late-night edits, but I'm grateful for every moment. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Your support means everything. When you follow along, you become part of the adventure. If my stories spark even a little wanderlust, I encourage you to explore. Adventure can be found anywhere. Stay curious, keep learning, and keep pushing your boundaries. The world is full of magic waiting to be discovered. Let's keep exploring together. Visual montage of travel highlights, smiling faces, new places. Visual thank you message on screen. Visual fade out teaser for next adventure. End scene 13.